Oh, it's like a torrential storm.
Hi, I'm Frank. I'm a professional chef, and these are my $162 fried chicken ingredients.
Hi, I'm Lorenzo, and I'm a home cook, and these are my $19 fried chicken ingredients.
I didn't want to cook that anyway.
Come on. No way, Jose.
Are we making fried chicken or are we making breakfast? I always like a little chicken in my cornflakes.
Frank, what? Come on, man. I'm apparently making buttermilk fried chicken with honey, cornbread, and pickles.
The fried chicken I planned on making was very special. I had a whole organic pasture-raised chicken that I was gonna cut up myself with my chef skills.
You made a very cute chicken there. Very cute. Looks nothing like mine, but it's cute.
I had my own locally sourced heavy cream that I was gonna make my own butter and buttermilk from. I was gonna use the buttermilk to brine my chicken and the butter for my cornbread.
I was gonna make chicken and waffles just to say, hey Frank, I can be fancy schmancy too. And then he gives me this. You're mocking me now, aren't you, Frank?
I had buckwheat honey and I was gonna make a nice golden brown cornbread. I had some crispy Kirby cucumbers. I was gonna make my own bread and butter pickles. And some high quality leaf lard so I could render my own fat and fry my chicken. It was gonna be down home delicious.
Did you see my ingredients? The directions are on the box.
If I had to guess the cost of these ingredients, I would say about $16. Inflation's killing everyone.
If I were to guess how much all this costs, my guess would be 112 bucks. Really? Where?
These ingredients may be on the simpler side. With a little ingenuity, I can make them delicious.
I have Frank's recipe book, no recipe in here. Rose, hello Rose.
Hi, how are you?
I'm in panic mode, and the recipe I'm making today is buttermilk fried chicken with honey cornbread and pickles.
Sounds like heaven.
It looks like hell. Basically, I have to know how to break down this chicken because I go to the market and it's all cut up for me.
Whenever I break down a chicken, I always take the wings and then I deal with the breast last.
One wingy dingy.
Then you're gonna move down to the bottom and you're going to basically do the same thing with the hip and the thigh and the drum. Leave as much skin on the breast as you can. If you do both sides first, you can pick them up and snap them back together.
Ah!
It's going to expose the joint and then you're gonna slice through that joint.
Success.
Then you're gonna take that portion and you're going to separate it again. Pull the joint back opposite of the way that it wants to go and then slice right through that joint cleanly.
2 thighs, 2 drumsticks.
Next thing you want to do is flip it over and pretty much cut out the back and pull it backwards towards where the neck would have been. And then you're going to take a larger knife, like a chef knife or a cleaver, and you're gonna flip so that the breast meat is on the counter. And you're gonna take your cleaver and you're gonna rock it and then make a clean, crunchy chop through that bone. Because the breasts are really large, you want to cut them in half again. If you keep the plane of the way the wing naturally was attached and make your slice that way, I think that'll look best.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, my heart palpitations have subsided slightly. Take care, I'll see you soon.
You're the best. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
We'll talk to you soon.
I think I can do this. Let's go.
First thing I'm gonna do for my fried chicken is prep my chicken breast. Now, chicken breasts usually have a thick side and a thin side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this just to even that out so I have 2 really nice, even pieces of chicken breast. Doing this ensures that you're gonna get an even cook on your chicken breast. You're not gonna have one dry side and one juicy side.
I am going to be making homemade butter and buttermilk kind of at the same time.
Believe it or not, butter doesn't come out of the cow shaped in sticks. It actually comes from cream. What Lorenzo needs to do is put the cream into a mixer with a whisk and whisk until that cream turns into butter and buttermilk.
Oh, it's a little messy.
Basically, butter is the fat from cream.
I made butter.
And the whey is the liquid part, which is basically buttermilk. And from this process, nothing goes to waste.
Voila! I've got buttermilk and butter.
It's time to brine, or chicken that is. The whole purpose of brining chicken is to get some of that salty brine into the muscle fibers of the chicken. This way, when you cook it, it's more juicy and more tender.
So it's time to brine. I've got my homemade buttermilk, some hot sauce.
First thing I want to do is get my chicken in the bag. And then I'm going to top off with a little bit of milk and some heavy cream.
Some salt, pepper, a teaspoon of mustard. Mix her up, and it's just me soaking these guys.
Last but not least, I have the bread and butter pickles, and I'm gonna use some of that pickle juice. Before I close it, I'm gonna give it a little massage, close it up, force all of the air out, then finish closing it.
I'm not denying any flavor from this one. I just put some more salt, pepper, and mustard. Cover this up.
You can see because we took the air out of the Ziploc bag, all of our chicken is coated and sitting in that brine. I'm gonna go throw this in the fridge and let it brine for about 2 hours.
And I'm gonna head over to the refrigerator and let this sit for about 24 hours. See you later, guys. Bye.
One way to get beautifully fried chicken is to render your own pig fat. Today we're using leaf lard, which is a high-grade pig fat that doesn't have an overly porky flavor.
It is Quasimodo's hump.
To render your fat, this is what you gotta do. Cut it into small chunks.
It's very tacky. It's very soft and sticky.
Put it into a pot. Put about halfway up cold water. Put a lid on. Once it comes to a boil, take the lid off, lower it down to a simmer. Put a wooden spoon or a spoon in there and keep stirring it.
It definitely looks like the texture has changed. It feels like it's changed. I can see the separation of oil and water. You know how oil doesn't mix in water well? I can see that happening.
And you'll see eventually what's gonna happen is the water is gonna cook off and you're gonna get little bits of tasty pig fat and you'll have your rendered fat.
Look at the amount of oil that has rendered from that lard. Amazing, but look what was left behind. Crispy bits. I am so excited. This is a treat in my household, I can tell you that much. Can you hear that? All right, moving right along. I am going to strain you into here. This is gonna be the oil I'm gonna be using to fry up my delicious chicken.
Originally, Lorenzo gave me ingredients to make chicken and waffles. I'm going in a different direction. I'm gonna make biscuits. First thing I'm gonna do is mix all my dry ingredients. I have some all-purpose flour, some sugar, some baking powder, and salt, right? We're gonna mix this together so we don't have any lumps of anything.
Let's mix up our beautiful cornbread. So first things first, I've gotta heat up my cast iron skillet in the oven. So let's do that first. I've got my flour, my beautiful cornmeal. We've got sugar, salt, baking powder. I like to mix my dry ingredients up first. Dry is combined. Time for the wet ingredients. My famous, soon to be famous, homemade buttermilk, buckwheat honey.
Buckwheat honey is a dark, rich, flavorful honey. It's not just sweet, it's a little savory, and it has a lot of other flavors going on with it.
My butter that's been melted, and eggs, 2 eggs. 1, 2, mix up. So it's time to add my wet with my dry ingredients. I am ready to get my hot pan from the oven and finish up making my cornbread. Let's go.
I have nice cold butter here, and I'm gonna grate my butter in. You don't want giant chunks of butter in your biscuits, you want small chunks so you get nice layers. Now I'm gonna just take my butter and kind of rub it into my flour. Being careful not to melt the butter. I just want the butter to be kind of pea-sized chunks. This goes really quick because of the grating process. So we'll just add enough cream to bring this together. You gotta get your hands in here, get a little messy, right? Give it a squeeze, and I think that's good. So what I'm gonna do now is take this, put it onto my board, and start to form it into a disc.
Pan is definitely hot, and I'm gonna coat this pan with a little bit of this lard just to make sure that it doesn't stick. Mix, and away we go.
Now I have my biscuit dough. Next step is to roll it out and cut our biscuits. I'm gonna dust it with a little bit of flour, and I'm gonna do something that's a little different, not traditional. I'm gonna give this a book fold, right? Just to get a few more layers in there and hopefully make our biscuit a little more flaky. A little more flour. So I'm just gonna kind of form it into a rectangle. Just roll it lightly. I don't want to go too crazy. A lot of times you'll see grandmas use like a mug to cut these, but in order to ensure that you get a nice light fluffy biscuit, use a cutter. Let's pop that baby out. One more. Now we have our biscuits cut. I'm gonna take a little bit of melted butter and just brush this on top to help get that nice golden brown top. I'm gonna take these, put them into a 425-degree oven until they're nice and golden brown and fluffy.
I poured my cornbread mixture into this heated pan. We are going to go to the oven and bake it away.
All right, our biscuits are done. They got this beautiful golden brown. If you pick them up, look at those layers. These great layers came from us book folding it like that, but look, it just comes right off. Super flaky. You wanna be a little careful though. Try not to break it. These are Lorenzo's waffles, also known as my biscuits.
I'm gonna make some pickles. I'm gonna start with my apple cider vinegar. Yum. Terminato sugar, it's just like not so processed brown sugar. Salt, my favorite thing in the world. I love red pepper flakes, I put it in everything. Mustard seed, and interesting, turmeric, celery seed. I'm just gonna mix this up and let it go for a bit.
I'm gonna make a caramel glaze that has some cayenne pepper and some pickle juice in it. So it's gonna play really well off of our salty and savory chicken breast. So I'm gonna turn on my pan to like a medium-high heat. I'm gonna put the sugar in there dry. And there's really nothing to do here. We're just watching and waiting for the sugar to start to melt and get lightly brown. Basically, caramel is sugar that's been heated until it starts to brown. You just don't want to get it too dark in one spot, so give it a little swirl. Let's give it a little mix. Okay, good. I'm going to lower my heat. I'm going to add my water. Steamy camera. I'm going to add pickle juice. Pickle juice I'm adding for a little acidity and a little extra sweetness. I'm just going to let the sugar remelt and make our caramel. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt. I'm going to take a fair amount of cayenne pepper and make this nice and spicy. So you can see as this reduces, you can see our bubbles are really fine right now. As this goes down, you're gonna start to see the bubbles get bigger and bigger. And we don't go all the way down, so they're huge bubbles, but we want them to start to get a little bigger, and then we can take it off and let it cool. All right, I think I'm looking good here. I'm gonna shut my heat off, and you can see that this kind of sticks to my spoon. As this cools, it's gonna thicken a little, right? So I think I have a good consistency here. Our caramels cool down. You see when I run my spatula through it, it takes a second or two for it to come back together, and that's the consistency I want. I don't want it to be thick and sticky. I want it to just kind of glaze our chicken and give us a nice, sweet and spicy coating. So let's get this out into a bowl. Here's my caramel glaze. Let's go put it on the chicken.
So now I'm gonna take my Kirby cucumbers, slice those up, and I have this really cool gizmo gadget. It's one of those ridged little fun things that when you slice, it's ridged. It is called a crinkle cutter. So I'm gonna make crinkle cut Kirby cucumbers. I'm gonna throw you in here for now. This is my spring onion. I'm just gonna use the white end here. I'll save the green end for something else. Now we are gonna put you in here. Ready? Eee, what a messy Marvin I am. I'm gonna seal it up. All right, I'm gonna go put these in the fridge and then we'll have pickles in a bit.
Lorenzo gave me cornflakes. The best I can think to do with this is make a coating out of it. I'm gonna buzz them up in the food processor, but I'm not gonna make them too fine. I wanna still have some nice flakiness in there. I think that's good. We still have some nice chunkiness to it. We can take this and put it right onto our tray.
It is time to dredge our chicken. Rosemary said that we have to do it twice, so this is literally the first time. Just to let y'all know, we will be doing it again.
Now it's time to set up my dredge for my fried chicken. We're gonna get a little bit of flour on a tray.
First, I've got my flour here. I'm going to season this up.
You always wanna season your dredge. You don't wanna have nice seasoned chicken and a bland crust. So give those a little bit of a stir. Get your eggs. Just whip them up really good. And now we're ready to bread our chicken. I have two hands. This is gonna be my dry hand, this is gonna be my wet hand.
We've got my chickens, been brining for quite some time. So we're going to dredge this into my seasoned flour.
Give it a good shake right into our egg. Now our wet hand goes back in, right? Make sure there's no lumps of flour. I give it a kind of a tap on the side here into our cornflakes. Now we get our dry hand again and go in with our cornflakes And this can go on our rack. My chicken breasts are coated, they're ready to be fried.
So we've dredged it one time. We're gonna let it sit for a while, let it hydrate, come back and do dredge number 2.
It's time to fry, and instead of deep frying, I'm shallow frying. Shallow frying, it's just gonna be kind of halfway up our chicken. So I have a pan that's getting hot. I'm gonna add my vegetable oil. There's a couple of ways you can see that your oil is the right temperature. First thing you can do is take a little piece of the crust and drop it in there and see what happens. So if it goes in the oil and it burns right away, your oil is way too hot. But you can see mine is just bubbling away happily, and it's getting brown slowly, so that's pretty good. We want to just see that our oil is starting to get ripply on top, and that'll tell us that it's ready to go as well. You want to make sure that when you drop your product into the pan, you drop it away from you. So you put the little tail in, and you drop it away, so that if any oil splashes, it splashes into the camera and away. Get the camera, people. Don't get yourself. And frying isn't one of those things you can just kind of put it in there and walk away. You have to pay attention, but I think we're pretty good here with our temperature. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
So Rose just said, real quick, just dredge it one more time and then throw it right into the oil. Double dredge then.
Double dredge, no eggs.
Ah.
It's going to give you a thicker coating. It's going to adhere really well to the chicken too, because the last thing you want is to bite into a piece of fried chicken and have all of the breading come right off.
It's doing its thing, you guys. Double dredge, beautiful crispiness. It is time to pull these babies out. So look how crispy that looks. I love the coating.
All right, these are looking good. I'm gonna take them out to my tray, drain them off a little, get any excess fat off, try not to break the crust off. And once they come out, hit them with just a little bit of salt. If you don't season while it's still warm, the salt kind of bounces off. While it's warm, the salt's gonna stick. I'm not gonna be shy with this. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna dunk it in my glaze. But do let it drain, right? We don't want it to soak in too much. Take it out of the glaze.
We have done it. Fried chicken. The time has come. Ooh, hello. Beautiful piece of chicken. And I can't pass a lovely drumstick. I've got my buckwheat honey cornbread that looks golden brown and delicious. Don't mind me, I love butter. Salt, 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 salt.
Get our plate, get our biscuit bottom, take our nice piece of glazed chicken right on top. I have a little bit of the pickles that I had from earlier. Just a little bit of that caramel. And then we get our top, which is really delicate, be careful. And it goes on top. I'm gonna offset it just a little so we can still see some of the chicken.
There you have it. Brined, double dredged, fried chicken, buckwheat honey cornbread with homemade butter and homemade pickles. I can't wait to hear what Chef Proto will think. Frank, be kind. I did a lot of work here.
And that is my take on Lorenzo's chicken and waffles.
Chef
Hey, Lorenzo.
Frank, how are you, man?
How you doing, buddy? How was your day? Was it a long day?
Well, but are we ready?
Are we ready? Ooh. Yeah.
Wow, it looks good.
So instead of the waffles, I made a biscuit.
Of course you did.
I used almost everything twice.
It looks so appetizing.
Find your corner, find your corner.
I got a corner.
Okay, ready? Set.
Yeah, ready.
Go.
Wow.
Messy.
I love it.
Yeah. What I like about it is that even though we dunked that breast in like a glaze, it's still got some crunch to it.
Yeah.
And that's the cornflakes.
It is super crispy, but this is nice and flaky.
You like that flaky biscuit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must have used a lot of butter.
Oh, definitely. Butter and cream.
Chef Frank Proto. Look what I did here. Oh my gosh. And it's a combination of fried chicken, but that back end flavor of pork.
And I do taste the pork.
I do too.
Like you taste it on your lips.
You do,
almost.
you
Yeah.
do.
Really good. I'm gonna try pickle just to kind of cut the fat.
Okay. I love pickles.
Those are.
I love it.
These are great because they cut that fat really well. Next.
Oh
Am I
gosh.
just ripping in here or what?
I think so.
Ready?
Ready?
Pat on the back for
Really?
that one. Oh my God.
Oh, thanks.
That's a really good cornbread.
Success, Frank?
Yes, you did great.
Yeah? Oh my God. He said yes.